Well, last week it was the turn of the EFL, last night the turn of the Premier League, but this afternoon the National League South 2022-23 season gets underway. For Bath City and Dartford, it starts right here at a sun-drenched Twerton Park as they both look to kick off their new campaigns in winning style. Whether you're a Dartford fan tuning in for a one-off this afternoon, a City fan who can't make the game, or an exiled Roman who will be with us throughout the season, you are very welcome on Bath City Radio as we bring you live coverage from this afternoon and all of Bath City's games throughout the season. I'm Michael Powell, and I'm delighted to say alongside me on Bath City Radio this afternoon is Andrew Kerslake. Good afternoon to you, Andrew.
Good afternoon, Michael. Good afternoon, everybody listening to us, and welcome to what I think is going to be a rather warm afternoon down here.
It's certainly a beautiful day here in Bath. Wandered across from town. It's perfect conditions to watch a game of football. Players might think there's a few many degrees on the warm side, but it should make for a good spectacle. And it is Spokes who gets us underway. The new year National League South football gets going as Dyer with a long ball forward. Well, actually well kept in the far side, but goes out for a Dartford throw. Marcel clambers to win the header. Cook back around the halfway line, skips away from one and is unceremoniously brought down by Bonner. We'll get a free kick just inside the Dartford half. Hayfield clips the free kick forward. It's nodded on at the far post by Essen. Behind for Bath City corner. First corner of the afternoon. Drives it in low. Arriving is Spokes, and it's eventually blocked by Dartford, who can look to break forward on the counter-attack. It's now to Coulson, who can bring it up over the halfway line. Force back played over the top by Adedeu. Joe Wright will come out to the edge of his area to play. Zach Bell lining up a long throw-in. She hurls into the area. It's flicked on by Cook, but Wilkes is able to gather inside his 6-yard box. Adedeu will launch a long throw of his own into the area. It's helped on. Wright doesn't gather, but Lines is there to clear. There's a heavy touch by Carruthers, and Fletcher will race on to the loose ball. He's looking to drive forward, rather isolated at the moment on the right-hand side. There's a couple of Dartford players. Crosses in, but crosses straight down the throat of Dan Wilkes. Coulson, who does take it, smashes into the back of Cody Cook. Loose ball breaks to Adedeu on the left, though, a hanging cross. There's too much on it, goes behind for a goal kick. To Fletcher. Now out to Hayfield on the left, plays it across to Freer. Back inside to Hayfield. Now on to Bell. Forward to Spokes, a little bit of space, 25 yards out. Lays it back to Hayfield. Goes for the big switch out to Rains on the right-hand side, in a bit of space. Rains the chance to cross, which he will, but the cross is overhit deep. He swings in the corner kick. Punched away by Wright. Under quite a bit of pressure. Freer gets to loose ball first, battling away with Adedeu. Done really well to get away from him. Then looks to slide it through for Spokes, who was trying to hold his run but couldn't quite. And the offside flag goes up against the Bath City midfielder. A few cries of "Come on, City" around us as Lines plays in a hanging cross. Winter will clear it under pressure from Freer. Bell will pick up the loose ball, though. In fact, he lets it go out of play for a throw-in. And those cries of "Come on, City," a few of the fans maybe feel like it's a chance here for the takers. Bell takes the throw-in quickly, looking for Cook. He tries to acrobatically hook it into the area. Winter gets a foot in. Freer takes a throw up the line quickly, looking for Hayfield. He's got Spokes and Fletcher up with him. Hayfield with the cross in. It's brilliantly cut out. Comes back to him, though. Still with Hayfield to the byline. Pulls it across, and Wilkes does really well to smother it, and Winter can clear upfield. Probably the closest we've come to the deadlock being broke here at Twerton Park. Winter, in his 5th season at the club now, drives it forward. Headed away by Dyer. Loose ball comes to Carruthers. The whistle has gone. Before his strike, cannons back off the crossbar. Here he comes with the latest effort. Headed half clear by Essen. Comes to Hayfield, 25 yards out. Back to Bell. Really heavy touch, though, and Murtagh can dispossess him. Bell, though, does well to stick at him. Wins the ball back and tips it to Freer on the left. Cross is blocked by Winter. Behind the Bath City corner kick. This one's deeper. It's met by Dyer. It's flicked on. It's cleared off the line by Fonkiu. In fact, could have been Winter back there, but it's now with Freer on the left. Looks to skip away from his man. Ball breaks to Lines, back to Freer on the byline. Tumbles down under a bit of pressure, but just goes behind for a goal kick.
Well, that certainly looked like a foul from this end, this angle. Hard to tell.
Wright bowls it out to Rains, and with that the referee does blow the half-time whistle. So at the interval it's Bath City 0, Dartford 0. The first half, a few chances really here at Twerton Park, but evenly contested opening to the season. Free kick about 25 yards out on the left, swings it in. It's headed goalwards, but the offside flag is up. Looking for some movement. Finds it from Allen, man on at half-time. Just a twist away, lays it out to Murta on the right. Cuts inside, ball forward to Fonkiu, flicks it into Radari inside the area. Shot is deflected, behind for a corner kick. Former Bromley man drives it in. It comes all the way through and it's turned away from on the line by Bell. This ball picked up by Ladeu. Back out to Coulson on the right.
Very quick reactions by Bell there.
Hills it into the Dartford area. Flicked away at the front post. Comes to Freer though, 25 yards out. It's back for Bell. Leo Brown crosses first time. It's cleared by Allen. Actually stretching, couldn't quite get anything on the end of it. Still favour the cross from Carruthers. In fact, well, he does go for goal, and quite frankly, he should have crossed. Still just under half an hour to go around the grounds though, including here at Twerton Park, as Murta with the ball forward. Coulson leaves it cleverly for Fonkiu. Wright comes out and in the end does really well to smother at the feet to the Dartford man.
Been a very solid player for the club over the years.
Hayfield takes the free kick quickly. Cook is in space. It's Cook, and it's narrowly over the crossbar. The offside flag was in fact up, but really invented that from Dan Hayfield, and he nearly caught the Dartford defence napping. You're listening to Bath City Radio. Michael Powell and Andrew Kerslake with you this afternoon. As Wilkes goes flat and low with the free kick. And Fonkiu's got him behind you. It's Fonkiu's in to put Dartford in front. It was just a long punt forward by Dan Wilkes. Pierre Fonkiu was most alert to it. And out of absolutely nothing, Dartford in front at Twerton Park.
Yeah, you got the feeling the City defence there went a little bit to sleep. Fonkiu got the better of Bell and then put in an absolute pile driver of a shot that Wright could do very little about. At least with plenty of time to come back into this.
Throw in here. Launches it into the area, banks it around. Wilkes just about turns it away, and then Fonkiu can clear up towards the halfway line. Rains with the latest attempt, they launched it into the area. It is headed goalwards on this occasion by Fletcher. Lines will now be able to deliver the corner kick. Outswinger with his right foot, drives it in low. It's flicked on at the front post by Fletcher, and Wilkes was there to turn it behind.
We talked about near post corners. I'm saying often not very successful for City. That one very nearly came off.
Instead it's cleared upfield. No chance for Hayfield to maybe drive forward. Rings it up over the halfway line. On the Bath City left, Allen going back with him. Forward into Wilson. First touch for the substitute. To play a reverse ball into Cook. Well marshalled by Bonner. And a lovely little touch by Fonkiu to set Carruthers away. No one ahead of him, so he just holds up the play to Murta. Now out to Oladeu on the left, forward to Coulson, in first time to Carruthers. He leaves it for Udari, touches it around the corner. Offside flag stays down. Carruthers in, pulls it across goal, and Bell's clearance ricochets off Fonkiu into the net. It's a second for Pierre Fonkiu. Bit more luck with that one. He won't care. It's Bath City 0, Dartford 2, and it's 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes for the Darts.
Well, yes, suddenly this game turned on its head, and poor old Zach Bell, at the heart of both of those, there was very little he could do about that. The ball just ricocheted back off him.
Dyer wins the aerial challenge, but loose ball breaks to Allen. Still bring it forward, lays it back to Carruthers. Roonshit swarming forward. It's a lovely through ball for Radari, but the offside flag is up. His first job's going to be to help defend this free kick, which Lines whips in. It's Winter who's underneath it. Smith heads it back goalwards, and we'll get a free kick as he's nearly kicked in the head by Carruthers.
Yeah, that was quite nasty.
Will be the third man to go into the referee's notebook.
Foot definitely high and definitely made contact with Tom Smith's head.
Four-man Dartford wall. Lines takes it, hits it straight at the wall. Plays it to Smith, who has come back on the right. Drives in across first time, headed away by Bonner. Smith carries on his run, back to varsity number 10, infield to Hayfield on the edge of the area. Square to Lines, back to Hayfield, tries to cut inside and he's held up excellently, but loose ball comes back to Lines, out to Bell on the varsity left, 20 yards out. Fonkew out there with him, still with Bell. Cuts onto his right foot, plays it across to Hayfield, stabs it inside. It's going to come through to Fletcher, and Wilson can't quite get there. Essam alert to it to clear. Closest probably Bar City have come. They're still on the front foot. Forward to Wilson, who's quickly closed down. Pass goes back to Lines. Out to Smith, forward to Hayfield. Plays it back to Lines. Bar City trying to build, trying to create something in stoppage time. As Lines forward to Fletcher, who's found a bit of space on the edge of the area. Then plays it back to Hayfield, who tries to bend it and bends it a couple of yards over the crossbar. Clips it out to the right-hand side to Hayfield, and a little bit of space. Can cross in, it's headed away by Bonner. Comes to Rain, slightly heavy touch, but he gets away from Coulson. Then looks to play it forward to Wilson in the area. Wilson trying to turn away from his man, flashes it across goal, but straight down the throat of Dan Wilkes.
Wilson's first real attempt in anger.
And with that, the referee blows the full-time whistle. Finishes here on the opening day. Bath City 0, Dartford 2. Pierre Fonkew with 2-minute goals in 5 second-half minutes gives Dartford all 3 points. And Alan Dowson's Dartford era gets up and running in the perfect fashion.